what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today I am walking through how I did this makeup and I'm going to answer some questions that you guys sent in on Instagram. So if you guys are interested in how I do this less is more makeup look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I did buy a bunch of new makeup because I'm going on vacation. So we're going to do a couple OG products that I always use, but then I also am going to try some new things today, which is going to be exciting. I am doing my makeup right here because this is the only clean spot in my house right now. Guys, being a mom is the struggle to keep the rest of your life together. And like what you can see is nice and clean. But if I showed you my surroundings, the moms that know, they know. Okay, let's jump in. I'm gonna try a couple new products. We'll see what we get into. I'm gonna start with some sunscreen. I have to admit that the sunscreen, Karissa, just has now entered the chat. I think I'm starting to realize how important it actually is, and I need to start listening. Oh my gosh, it smells good. I'm 27. The aging is beginning. It's my first time ever trying this kind. People will say it's all the hype. It honestly just feels like nothing. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Am I using too much? It feels like absolutely nothing. Also, I'm going to answer some questions. Let's bring up our first one. Oh, we're going to start with a banger. Did your boobies get wrecked from breastfeeding? Mine totally did, LOL. Like, I'm literally not making this up. That's how she typed it. Wrecked. So here's the thing about Little Miss Halo. This is gonna be hard to multitask, but I'm gonna try my hardest. Halo has decided that at a very early on stage, I think she was maybe 2 months, 3 months, she decided that she only wanted one boob. So therefore one of my boobs is, I wouldn't say wrecked, okay? I mean, it's definitely not the same plumpiness that it used to, but or plumpiness. I'm literally putting on plumping primer. The same perkiness that it used to be. They do hang a little lower, but they're not too bad. God decided not to bless me too much in the boobie department. I just tried this Milk Hydro Primer. I like it. Feels great. What was I saying? Guys, my mom brain, I'm not gonna tell you what I'm putting on my face. I'll have everything linked down below. I'll try to show you, but I'm not gonna talk through my makeup. It's not a tutorial, it's a Q&A. Boobies, that's what we were talking about. So I guess it didn't go from being like to it just kind of went like to you know? Does that make sense? Does the sound effects make any sense? This product, you guys. You need it. I just bought a backup because it's amazing. I would say more than like the physical state of my tatas, the mental state, the emotional state, just breastfeeding is hard. I think it is so worth it. I think it's such a beautiful thing. I think it's insane that God created us women to not only carry life for 9 months inside of us and grow a human being, but then to be able to give them absolutely every single thing they need from our own bodies. I just think that it's like a miracle. I know some moms cannot breastfeed. I'm not over here saying that I was a milking cow, but I did try. I gave it my all. I did struggle. It is hard. And if you were not able to and you are planning on having more kids, try again. If you still can't, it's all good. But I definitely think it is something worth pursuing and worth trying. The bond that you receive with your baby and the nutrients that they receive is just insane. I also was getting a lot of questions about like if I am still breastfeeding and all that kind of stuff, and I think I mentioned it in a previous vlog, but I'm not breastfeeding from the breast any longer. I am still pumping only like 1 ounce a day, but you know what? I am happy with that. I used to struggle so much mentally and I would let it get to me so bad. But I read somewhere something that completely changed my perspective and just made me realize that every little bit counts. Because I read somewhere that just a tablespoon, or was it a teaspoon? Regardless, the smallest amount of breast milk has over like 3 billion probiotics in it and like immune fighting cells, and it's just literally liquid gold. Halo is about to be 9 months. I don't know where time went, but I will continue to give her her little ounce a day as long as these tatas keep going. Okay, this question is, you've really inspired me to want a relationship with God. I literally just don't know how or where to start. Any recommendations? That's another loaded question. Don't you just love my snap that doesn't snap? So here's the thing. Yes, have always known that God was there. I've always believed in God, but my relationship with him, my intimate personal relationship with him, did not bloom until very recently. And I was just, you know, experimenting. I was dipping my toes in the pool. I wasn't really like diving in by any means. I was party girl era in college. I was partying on Monday through Saturday. Sunday I'd go to church, and then I'd go to the bars and watch football and bet on football, and you know. We were a party girl for sure. But I still just had this little nudge, and I felt the urge to like have a relationship with God. So I went to church. I read my devotionals. I was gonna say Bible, but I really barely opened the Bible, because every time I did, I was like, what is this? Like, this makes no sense. Just newsflash, in case you don't know, when you first start reading the Bible, it literally is very hard to understand. That's why you need godly community. That's why you need godly mentors. That's why you need to follow people that are teaching you about life rather than death. And by death, I just mean sin, and just following things that are going to lead you to comparison or making wrong choices for your life. And trust me, if you're doing that, God still loves you. You're not a bad person by any means. I've been there. So long story short, basically what I'm getting at is no one is a lost cause. No one is too far gone. It doesn't matter what you do, what you've done. It doesn't matter. God wants you exactly as you are, flawed, imperfect, sinner. He wants all of that, and he wants to change you, and he wants to change your heart. And that's exactly what he did for me. And it all just started because I had that urge, that nudge, whatever it was. The Holy Spirit was knocking on my door being like, hey, can I come in? And I was like, yeah, but like, you know, keep your shoes on. Don't make yourself comfy, because I still want to do what I want to do, because sin is fun. Sin is so fun when you're in it, you know, when you don't know better. But then whenever I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to get all preachy on everyone, but whenever you find God, like, he will change your heart. It's not even anything you have to do. It's truly not. The only thing you have to do is try to obey his word, and to know his word, you have to be in his word, which means read the Bible. So I had this urge. I started going to church, and by church I mean I went to a church that was inviting, it was captivating, it was interesting. It wasn't just a church. And again, no shade on, I feel like I'm throwing shade as a Christian, can I not? I just feel like you have to find your place. You have to find your home, and that might be multiple places. That might be multiple people. You know, you just have to find what your groove is, and you will know. You will have this feeling in your heart of what's going to work and what's not. But finding the right churches, it's different for everyone. Finding the right people, it's different for everyone. Just building a godly circle and a godly wall around you will lead you exactly where you need to go. It's the craziest thing you'll experience, but God just works through you. And you guys can tell I'm fired up for this. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just like, I don't know. I'm very passionate about it. What was the question? I'm going off. Oh, like, just where do you start? Just, if you're feeling a nudge, open your Bible. You may not even understand what you're reading, but just keep opening your Bible. Do devotionals, but don't let that replace your Bible time, okay? Do it in addition. One of the ways I really started grasping the word of God and like understanding it is just following godly people and just letting them inspire me. But again, it's like the Bible thing and devotionals. You don't want to replace the devotionals with the Bible. You don't want to replace the people that you're following for God in your relationship with him. He will bring people in your life that are going to change you, shape you, guide you. Anyone else, when they do their makeup and touch their little jugular, like their throat just quivers. And I just think that if you make an intentional little prayer to God, be like, hey God, I'm kind of interested. Can you just kind of show me some signs? Can you lead me to where you want me to go? You know, he understands. He knows your thoughts. He knows your desires. He knows already. So just give him a chance, open your heart, let him in, and he will guide you. And it's going to start off slow, but I promise you'll just start getting more and more on fire. Your match will get ignited in your soul, and you're just like, you'll be a crazy Jesus girl like me. It all just comes. It comes slowly but surely, and it's so much fun, and it's the best thing ever. Next question. What are some of your biggest postpartum struggles? Oof. got me touching in on the personal stuff. I feel like I have been a little inauthentic with you guys. I haven't really been sharing too much about my postpartum struggles. I think I opened up a couple times about just like struggling in general a little bit with like toxicity on social media and just like being in a rut and all that kind of stuff. But I think a huge part of it has just been postpartum. Okay, when you have a baby, afterwards you release these hormones that make you go cuckoo. And I can say it because I'm in it. But honestly, postpartum affects everyone differently, and it's completely normal and relatable. I can pretty much guarantee you any mom that you talk to that recently had a baby and that is in the postpartum stage can tell you a lot of times you'll mourn your old life, you'll mourn who you used to be before you had a baby, and that takes nothing away from your baby. You guys know me, I'm obsessed with Halo. She is truly the light of my whole life, and I really don't know how I ever lived life without her. However, as much as I love her, she can be a struggle. When you become a mom, you kind of just have to start living for someone else other than yourself, and you kind of have to prioritize them over yourself. Oh, my camera overheated, but just to show you guys, I used this supercharged Milani brightening under eye tint, and I love it. I still have to blend it, but amazing. It's like a light pinkish color. I also put the flawless filter all over my face, and then I used the bronzy drops to kind of sculpt out the bronzy areas, also the jawline. And is that all I did? That's all I did. Okay, we're gonna blend this now. But yeah, postpartum, it's hard. You're not alone. I would just suggest connecting with other moms and honestly just venting with each other and telling each other like what you're going through. It just feels kind of good knowing and comforting knowing that other people are going through it with you. But at the end of the day, you have like the greatest gift from God that you could ever receive, and whenever you look at them, it honestly makes it all worth it. And then, again, it doesn't take away from the hard days, it doesn't take away from the stress, it doesn't take away from the anxiety that it brings, it doesn't take away from just like lack of sleep, deprivation. It could be weight gain or weight loss or whatever postpartum has brung or has done to your hormones. You're not crazy. You might feel like it. It is okay to feel that way because you just did one of the most insane things, one of the most miraculous things that could ever possibly happen in life. You gave birth to a human that you created, and it's just amazing. You're freaking amazing. And our bodies are capable of the craziest things. I'm so excited to try this. I've never used one of these before because they're always sold out, but I got a kit of 2. We got they're minis, but it's good. We could try it to see if the hype's real. We have the Beauty Light Wand in the Illuminator. And then we also have it in the High Blush. Wait, should I put these on last? Yeah, let me not get ahead of myself. Okay, what's next? I don't use foundation, by the way, if you couldn't tell. I've been using this thing, which I'm obsessed with. It's a 4-in-1, completely replaced my foundation, guys. It's a primer, concealer, highlighter, and a BB cream. I use this, and I use this, which is the bronzy drops, which are bronzy sunshine drops on my face. And then other than that, it's just primer and sunscreen. And then the flawless filter, but no foundation. We love it. Feels so much lighter, and just I've realized for me, less is more. Less is more. Less is more. Advice you didn't ask for. There you go. When do you want another baby? I think I'm gonna wait until Halo is 2.5, 3 to start trying. I don't know, maybe 2.5 because I want her to be 3. But okay, off camera, I just did my brows. I just shaped them with the e.l.f.'s Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. This is a must-have. I'm gonna try this for the first time, which is the Anastasia's Dip Brow Gel. I was thinking about for vacation getting my brows laminated. I've never had it done before, so let me know what you guys think. I think this is what this is supposed to do, is just like stick them up. I just realized I'm doing like a makeup get ready with me, but I'm so far away from the camera, so you probably couldn't see anything that we've been doing. Is that better? Why do my brows look so crazy right now? What is going on? Is it because my hair's pulled back? Did I do my brows crazy? Why do I feel like plankton right now? Does he even have my brows? Okay, we're gonna go with it. I think once we have some mascara on, it'll be a little better. Does it look crazy? What is going on? Wait, whoa. Let's just figure out what's going on real quick. Why are my brows freaking me out right now? Okay, let's just ignore it. Let's keep going. I think it can all come together. What's another question? What is the hardest part about being a mom? Where are we at? No, I'm just kidding. I think the hardest part, other than literally time flying by so fast and being emotional that you feel like it just started, but she's already almost 9 months. Like, that's insane. Okay, I'm kind of scaring myself being too close. I think I have to back up a little bit. Okay, we're trying Selena Gomez's Rare Beauty mascara for the first time. I just got a little mini guy to try. We'll see. I'm literally not even doing eyeshadow. I lied. I'm gonna use my bronzer, my Kylie bronzer in the shade Tequila Tan. I'm just gonna put a little bit in the crease, but that's it. Just a little dimension. Makeup artist. No. So I think the hardest parts of motherhood is just the fact that it goes by so fast and you are trying desperately to hold on to time so it doesn't fly by so fast, while simultaneously wishing time would go by faster because you're excited for their milestones. And I'm so guilty of that. Like, I was so excited for her to sit up by herself, to crawl by herself, and it all happened so much faster than I expected it to. And now she's literally starting to walk on like the couch, and she's pulling herself up onto things, and she's gonna be walking any week now. And it's just crazy. Like, time flies by so fast. She was just my little newborn turtle, and now she's like a full-on flamingo. I should have curled my lashes too, but I just really don't feel like going and getting it. I like it. The thing about me is I'm gonna put on 500 layers of mascara. Another one to try too, actually, so let's try that. The other one is the Surfer Curl by Tarte. Get it? Instead of Surfer Curl, Surfer Curl. Wait a second. This duo is popping. Oh my goodness. This is a look. Stop it right now. Do you see the difference? I'm gonna go put mascara on the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, mascara's done. I love this mascara. Oh my gosh, the duo. That's good. All right, I'm gonna do a little wing, a little cat eye effect. I'm using this Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Liner, and I use this in the shade Brown. I need a mirror to do this, and I can't hold the mirror in my hand, so I'm gonna use the viewfinder as my mirror. Oh no. Oh no. Should I go in my bathroom for this? Yeah, this is too hard. All right, what's a question I can answer while I'm doing this? Oh, I guess I should finish actually answering the last question. What's the hardest part about being a mom? Wow, we love this angle. Like, I'm such a guru. Well, it's apparent I can't multitask. Okay, we did our liner. I'm sorry, I'm doing terrible at multitasking this Q&A and also telling you guys what I'm doing, but I am not a pro, okay? Break from the makeup for a second and finish answering this question. So other than the time flying by way too fast, the hardest parts about being a mom is just having to put your needs at the very bottom. I feel like it's such a blessing in disguise, and you learn and you grow so much from it, but it is hard. Also, just like little stupid things. Your house is a disaster. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but your house is always a disaster. You feel like you're running out of time. May or may not lose your identity in becoming Halo's mom or whatever your baby's name is. Also, just not meeting the expectations that you set for yourself before becoming a mom can also come back to bite you in the booty. But I heard the best piece of advice ever from a podcast I was listening to, and it just said that when you become a mom, you set up all these plans, you have all of these things that you want to happen for your life, but you literally cannot plan out motherhood, okay? Like, obviously you can choose for certain things to go certain ways, but sometimes things are completely out of your control, and the best thing you can do is just use what you're equipped with. God has given you every single bit of what you need to take care for your kids. Like, you have everything it takes, you have everything you need. All you can truly do is your best, and that is good enough. So yeah. Another question is, what have you thought about married life? Does it feel different, and any good tips? Married life is also hard. My husband is an Enneagram 5. We just recently found that out, and he is pretty much the exact opposite of a person as me. I'm an Enneagram 3. If you guys aren't into the Enneagram or you don't know what it is, it's basically a personality test that just tells you everything about yourself that you know, but you never really realize. You never let it soak in until you take this test and you read the results and you're just like mind blown. But I do think it's a way to really truly understand yourself and understand others around you. And I would honestly say that is a huge tip for marriage, is find out your Enneagram type and your husband's Enneagram type, and it'll teach you all of your guys' strengths and weaknesses and how they want to be loved, how they act under stress, how they act whenever they're succeeding, favorite things, their least favorite things, just their personality and who they are knit all to be. And I feel like it's helped so much in understanding like who I am, who he is, because we are opposites. Okay, let's do a little bit more makeup. I'm gonna do some blush using the Glowgasm Beauty Light wand. So personally, I think that opposites can attract, but they can also really headbutt, and I feel like I've noticed both scenarios in my relationship. Me and Sam can really headbutt on a lot of things because we're both stubborn and like in our ways, focused on our ways. And being opposites also is good because we balance each other out. But I just think as long as you're on the same path with your morals, your values, if your parents, your parenting styles, if you can agree on all of those things and put God at the center of your relationship, that girl, you're Gucci. You're gonna be sailing. And friendship is so important. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why saving ourselves for marriage helped us so much, because we were able to build a friendship before we built a relationship, if that makes sense. And I just think it's really valuable and very just special to have a friendship in a marriage. So that's the blush. Cute. Let's try the highlight now. Marriage is a lot of hard work. I think that seeking marriage counseling can be helpful. I think that it's so important to talk about each other's interests and to kind of just do things that maybe you're not really that interested in to make that other person happy and make them feel seen and wanted and known. And like, I don't know, for example, if your husband likes fishing, thank God mine doesn't, then you go fishing with him, you know, like take the time and do what makes that person happy. And another thing is just don't go to bed mad at each other and eat dinner together. I feel like those two are just, gotta have it. Oh, one more thing. Don't hold things in. If you feel a certain way, let it out. I feel like that's something I'm really good at. I'm a little too good at it. Like I don't let nothing go. Like I say what's on my mind. And then Sam is the opposite. He'll kind of just like let things go, but then he'll get mad and like let me know 5 years later. And I'm just like, so just speak your mind. Obviously do it in a respectful and nice way, but just communication. That's the word I was looking for this whole time. Is Halo sleeping through the night? Funny you ask. She was doing so well. She was amazing as a newborn. She had a 3-month sleep regression for like a week or two. She did amazing from 3 months until, what was it, like 4.5 months? There was like a little discrepancy there too. She had a little weird week. But then after that, she was so good until like 2 weeks ago. She started teething. I just put a little highlighter on the inner corners. Sorry, my camera literally keeps overheating. I swear the devil does not want me to continue on this video because I've been speaking some truth. That ain't gonna stop me. My camera can overheat a million times. I'm gonna put it in the fridge. Okay, lips, I'm gonna line them a little bit with the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat. It's the Pillow Talk one. Everyone's obsessed with it. I like it. I'm not obsessed. It's like kind of pink product, but it's cute. I think it's overpriced, but it's cute. Okay. Next, I'm gonna try this Tower 28. This also looks pinky. Maybe it's meant to be. What shade is this? Girl. Okay, wow. Wow, that formula. These lips though. I need to do a lip mask and exfoliate these crusty crusts because they are peeling. I love that. So I think this is going to be the makeup look. Let me just do a little bit more bronzer. Warm up a bit. I cannot wait to go on vacation and get some suntan. And yeah, that is it. Voila. So if you stick around, I'm gonna answer a couple more questions. I got so many questions about fitness that I wanna talk about. Almost forgot. Morphe setting spray. Delectable. Refreshed. All right, this is the finished look. Like I said, less is more for me. I literally do the absolute minimum. I just like a nice, natural, glowy look. A little bit of a cat eye, but we got the natural lashes. We got the natural skin, and it feels good. It feels light, it feels fresh. I'll have everything that I used linked down below for you guys if you're interested in trying anything. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let's get on with the rest of the questions after I put my camera in the fridge to cool down. I told you guys, I was putting you in the fridge. I wasn't milling around. Let's finish this Q&A. I just took a couple TikToks. I cannot believe Halo is still taking a nap. Okay, I got a ton of questions like, how do you stay so motivated to work out and have a good diet? How do you stay so motivated about your fitness? I'm lacking so much motivation. How do you focus on your fitness while being a mom? Like, I had a lot of questions about that. And here's the thing. Before I got pregnant, I was like in my fitness girl era, okay? I was all about just making sure I felt good in my body, making sure I took care of it. I was feeding it like the best of the best foods, and I had a strict gym schedule I was following, and I got in honestly the best shape of my life. And it just goes to prove that what you put your most time into, you can really see the fruits of it grow. So that goes with anything in life. So I think that what saved me postpartum and like being able to kind of bounce back and get on track and get into a schedule easy, and I know it's not easy, there's so many different circumstances for so many women, but for me, luckily by my 6-week mark, I was clear to start working out again, and I just really jumped back into it because I know the feeling of how good it feels whenever you feel good in your own body. So I really craved that after having a baby, and I wanted to get that back, so I did jump back into the gym. And it doesn't have to be the gym. That's what I've realized. It doesn't have to be lifting weights. It could be going outside and walking. It could be doing a Pilates class or yoga class. It could be doing at-home workouts. I guess that the motivation aspect would just be right now, currently in my life, the season I'm in is I am a new mom. I want to be able to play with my kids. I want to be able to stay healthy and live with them as long as possible. Just be a fun, healthy, active mom, living an active and healthy lifestyle, treating it good. And something I do need to work on is what I'm feeding my body. I used to be so strict about it, and I think that being too strict is also a really bad thing, but I think that consciously deciding to put healthy, nutrient-dense foods in your body is amazing. Of course, you need to have the treats. Like, you can't live a life without the treats. Am I right? Working out is more than just a body aesthetic or like how I look. It's also so much with my mental health. It just gives me a space to just clear my mind, get a workout in, and feel so good afterwards, because results do come whenever you put in the work. And motivation is the worst word to use because motivation comes and goes in waves. There's some weeks where I literally have zero motivation. It's just discipline, and it's just knowing what I truly feel my absolute best self in, and that's when I'm working out, and that's when I'm feeling good about my body. I have been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been on the side where I'm very confident in my body, happy with my body, seeing results, and it's because I'm putting in work and I'm doing what it takes to get there. And I've also been on the side where I hate my body. I hate to look in the mirror. I am very just like self-conscious about it, and I've been on both sides of even that mirror spectrum. As of recently, I've been on the side where I felt too skinny, noodly, just not strong, no strength, just weak looking, and I've also been on the side of feeling like I had too much weight on me and I just didn't feel confident in my body. I wanted to lose a few pounds or even just like get healthy, get fit, get toned. For me, my motivation is simply just I want to feel the absolute best that I can in my body. Your body is a temple. It's a gift from God, and you are to treat it like it is one. What advice would you give a first-time mom? I feel like I kind of touched on this a little bit, but just realize that you have everything that you need in order to take care of this baby. It is the best, most like crazy roller coaster ride ever. There's so many peaks, and there's a lot of valleys as well, but you just ride it out, and the entire experience when you look back on it is so amazing, so fun. And I just think that enjoy all the moments, soak them all in, don't rush forward with it, and also you don't need everything on your registry. Ooh, good one, because I feel this too. Advice for feeling lost in your career. I think that I know that because I've been diving in the word, and I'm realizing so much that every single person, it doesn't matter who you are, was born with a purpose, with desires, with passions, with things they want to pursue in their life. And I truly feel like when you're gonna do something, you should do it with all your might, and some things will fail, some things won't always be what you planned on them being, but I feel like everything that comes into our life that we need to go through the ebbs and flow of life to figure out what we like, what drives us the most, what ignites us and sets us on fire the most, what we're passionate about, and that's how we find our purpose. And I think that career is a huge thing that so many people attach their purpose to, and I just think that your purpose can derive from your career. You can get aspects from your career, but that's not what your life is surrounded by, if that makes sense. I think that your career should be something that you do enjoy. I think that if you're questioning that maybe you should try other things, but don't give up on your career. You know, like, don't give up until you get a hard, solid, like, no, I gotta go type of feeling, you know? And if that comes, it's okay. It's okay to try different things. We have the freedom to try different things, to do different things, to pursue different things, and it's all for a greater purpose. And as long as you're glorifying God and what your career and your purpose is, it doesn't matter if you are a cashier at a grocery store, you can bless people's day and make them have a great day. It doesn't matter if you are a doctor where you're making life-saving measures, you can bless people's day and make them have a great day. So I just think that no matter what you choose to do in your life, that there should be a love for it. There should be, and it may be stepping stones. Maybe you are at the bottom right now doing the lowest career that you possibly could think of doing, and you work up, you get to where you want to be. But our world, in order to go around, it needs all the different people with all the different perspectives, all the different backgrounds, all different diversities. That's what makes America and this world and this earth so beautiful, because creation is a bunch of everything, and we need a bunch of everything in this world for it to go around. So I think that just if you're confused on your career and your life goals, then while you're not giving up, pursue other things, tap into other things, do research on other things, ask questions to people that maybe are in the career that you're interested in, and see if you like it. So yeah, you can do anything, literally anything. The world is yours to pursue. All right, I think I'm gonna answer one more question. This one comes in from J. Clay, and it says, what's been your hardest life lesson to learn? What a great question. That is jam-packed, but this video is jam-packed, so we gotta end it. Okay, my hardest life lesson, I feel like honestly I have learned so many lessons, and I'm just grateful that I'm learning from them, because I feel like teenage Karissa or younger 20s Karissa wasn't really learning from lessons. I kept making the same mistakes over and over again because I wanted to do it my way. I thought my plan was greater, and that leads into my answer, is that my plan is not greater than God's plan, and that's something I've had to learn the hard way. I so many times would either wish that I could just plan out my life, have everything how I want it to be, get rid of the things I don't want, bring in the things I do want, not welcome change. Like, there's just so many things that I wish that I could have had control over. But looking back and realizing that God was in the midst of the story the whole time, changing my life, changing my ways, changing my heart, perspective, all of that, because his plan is greater, and I couldn't get to where I am today and where my potential is to be without having to go through it all, if that makes sense. So like, don't get discouraged in the valleys of life whenever you're in the dark and you're learning things, because God is always with you as long as you welcome him into your heart and believe in him. And you're not alone. Like, it may feel like you're alone, it may feel like you're in the darkness and that you don't know which way to go, but that's a part of the lesson. That's part of, like, when you're at point A and you get to point B, you look back and you're like, oh, that was A, and then you get to C and you're like, oh my gosh, B and A, and then you get to D, E, F, like all the way through, and you just keep looking back. And life is ebbs and flows, life is ups and downs, life is always going to be that way, and there's going to be seasons in your life that are amazing, seasons in your life that are really hard, seasons in your life that are for lessons, seasons in your life that are for just pure enjoyment. So enjoy every single season and rejoice through all the hard moments, and just know that you cannot do this alone. My baby is waking up. Let's go get her and I'll finish this question. Baby! Oh, you see all mommy's makeup, you're gonna want to play with it, huh? Hi! We're still in our jammies. We just woke up from our morning nap. We're a little grumpy because we're teething. Why do you have pickles hair in your mouth? Look, take your binky off. Say hi! Oh, where's mama? And I guess to just wrap it up, and that goes with that question, is I just want to say you just cannot do life alone. You need God, you need godly community, you need family, you need friends, you need everybody behind you, beside you, and following you. And I just think that that's just so important. It's something that is a hard lesson that I've had to learn, because I've always just thought that I could do it on my own. I could accomplish everything on my own. I want this for me and my selfish ambition, and I want to be able to say that I did it and that I was self-made. But guess what? I'm not self-made. I'm God-made, and I am here for living out His glory and just showing people in my life, taking from people in my life, and just being the best version of me that I can be. Can I have a kiss? Can I have a kiss? Thank you. Alright guys, I'm gonna end today's video here. I feel like I just rambled and babbled all about, but might have been a little all over the place. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys got something from this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Say bye-bye. 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 Oh, in my next video, we will also talk all the deets about Christmas this year. Our version of Vlogmas is going to be Halo's first. I'm kind of stressed. We'll see how this goes. I'll talk to you guys about my plans for it and everything like that. So I will see you guys in the next video. Love you times a milli billy trilly. Say bye-bye.